Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. This is Mel Rose. I'm here to share some daily astrology with you. This reading is for Thursday, March 16, 2023. As I record this, it's Wednesday night, so we're going to put it up this evening so you can have it to look at. The sun is in Pisces in its final days of transit in Pisces here, and it'll move over on into Aries on spring equinox, which is this coming Monday, coming up very quickly. Okay, so we're going through a lot of transition right now, a little bit of upheaval that is going with it. Okay, there are a lot of planets moving from one sign to another, or attempting to, or getting ready to move from one sign to another. So that's just a lot of transition on the page. In addition to that, the moon is in Capricorn right now, so this is very much a sweat of the brow, like we want to show our work, we want to do things, like we feel this urge to act in such a way that we know will be effective to create a sense of security for ourselves. Mercury goes conjunct to Neptune today, really early in the day. I want to say, well, actually right around noon. So Mercury goes conjunct to Neptune around noon today. They're right down here in Pisces together. You see the Sun, Mercury, and Neptune all conjunct together, basically at about 25 degrees of Pisces. And Mercury completes its conjunct to Neptune today, so we can see clearly into mysteries and secrets. That we might be learning of secrets. We might be having things revealed to us that were not evident to us before. We can gain insight from our dreams, our meditation, from what our intuition or what our gut is telling us about a situation. With Neptune and with Mercury, it kind of is what you make of it. So if you want to make it a positive experience, then you can have it be a positive experience. But it can be either way. Sun was conjunct on Wednesday to Neptune, and now Mercury is conjunct to Neptune on Thursday. So it's really very intense vibe, and it all has to do with Neptune. It's like Neptune, Neptune, Neptune here. You see these squares from Mars to all three of these planets, and Pluto sextile to all of these planets. So it's really the focal point of a lot of energy. And the Sun and Mercury, personal planets. This is about who we are out in the world, or sort of how we think, plan, and communicate. But Neptune is one of those bigger outer planets. It's more of a managerial planet, and it's about our dreams, our fantasies, and our tendency to sort of idealize things. Then the Sun is going to go square to Mars today at 1 in the afternoon. So these are all culminations. These are all sort of aspects that have been creeping up on us. The Sun and Mercury, the Sun and Mercury especially, these are really brief aspects, so they crept up on us really quickly. They'll stay with us for like the energy will stay for like a day or two, and then we'll be moving on. But Sun square to Mars here, this can be a difficult energy, okay? Because we might feel, Sun is about who we are out in the work, social, and civic space, and Mars is our assertive nature. So in this challenging position, we may sort of feel this desire or this need. We maybe feel like we've been called on to defend ourselves, to defend the work that we do, to defend our actions in some way, or to stand up for someone or something that we believe in otherwise, right? And this can be a really impatient feeling. It can be restless, and given the wrong kind of fire starter, it can really sort of lead us to be reactive and aggressive. So we want to really be careful right now, especially about being cool, my Fonzies, right? Intensity with the sense of mystery and secret, intensity with the discovery or the unveiling of things that we didn't know yet. And then, sort of this call to be in defense of something, or to stand up for something that we believe in. And that's followed like right away at 2 o'clock with this square between Venus and Pluto. And of course, this one has been creeping up on us for a few days too. It will last for a few days. Venus is about what we desire, what we like to receive. Venus has been in Aries, and it's not very comfortable in Aries because Aries says, you want that, go get it, right? So Venus in Aries, tends to be a little more assertive, a little more willing to ask for what they want, or willing to say what it is they're trying to get, but not very comfortable with that because Venus is passive. Venus is somewhat receptive. Venus likes to attract what they want, not to go and get it. So Venus has been in Aries, Pluto, Capricorn, 20 years, just, tearing down edifices. Now, Venus relates to your romance and your finances. So this square to Pluto, you can see this happening as Venus, just as Venus is about to cross out of Aries, right, into Taurus. Same day, okay? Venus culminates this square to Pluto. And, you see the problem with the banks that's out there, the problem with banks failing, or the sort of fear around banks failing at this time. That's Pluto square to, or Venus square to Pluto right now. That's your finance, or just simply the things that you value, and having some sort of edifices crumble at this time, having some illusions we may have had, or having some things be revealed that we didn't know about. And it sort of shakes up the areas of our life where we find value in things. So that's the kind of vibe that we're getting there. It's kind of a power and control issue that can come up, also in your friendships and your romantic relationships, as well as in your money, like power and control, right? Like who has the power, to make sure that your money is safe, and who is in control of your money when you're concerned about whether it isn't safe, right? So we want to be careful to avoid manipulative behavior at this time because of the Pluto square Venus. It's very likely to try to, find some way to receive what it is we think we're owed by underhanded ways or by secretive ways. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to be petty. We don't want to do things based on resentment or fear. Okay. Don't make any ultimatums at this time. Please practice patience with your loved ones. All of this is coming together. You see, we things are revealed, and we feel like we have to stand up for something that we believe in, whether that be ourselves or someone else or some other thing. And then, here we have these power control issues come up, especially in our relationships and our finances. So this is a challenging day. Thursday is a challenging day. These are all very strong vibrations at this time, and they all include our personal planets, okay? And then in the afternoon at 5:30 in the afternoon, Venus is going to move on into Taurus. Now listen, Venus in Aries is very uncomfortable, making that square with Pluto super uncomfortable, right? But then Venus moves on into Taurus and really mellows out because Venus is at home in Taurus. Venus is a ruler of Taurus and is the ruler of Taurus and of Libra. So right at home in Taurus, feeling very comfortable, feeling very established and satisfied with the material comfort that is there, okay? Venus in Taurus seeks sensual pleasure, seeks, to eat good foods and to love up on people that they love, and just to enjoy the comforts and the pleasure of what feels solid and secure for them, okay? So Venus in Taurus, this is a time when things are really going to mellow out. So tomorrow is a really bumpy day. Look forward to 4:30, and if you can, just go ahead and decide to take a break at that time. Decide to be done with what you're doing at that time, if you can, okay? Decide to be done with your day if it's about 4:30 in the afternoon Central Standard Time tomorrow, because it'll be a good time to relax, to sort of get back to what you love and what you value, and be among the things that give you comfort. And then later, after that, then Mercury is going to go square to Mars late tonight at 11:48. This is a very quick aspect, and it's a very fool's rush in aspect. We've had this aspect a few times because Mars has been back and forth in Gemini, and so has Mercury been back and forth in Capricorn and Aquarius. So we've had this aspect a couple of times, and it's really that that thing where you feel like you see what has to happen and you can act on it very directly. And so you kind of get ahead of yourself, right? You kind of, you know, knock out a bunch of tasks, or you kind of, you know, get further down the road than you need to go. And then you find, you know, because you acted too quickly, you didn't go with the pace of the world around you. You didn't go, you know, the way things normally go. If you got ahead of yourself, you might find you have to go back and do things again, especially Mars is still in Gemini, right? So, you know, doing things twice is kind of the order of the day. You don't want to have to put yourself in a situation where you're doing things twice because you just did it the first time in a hurry, right? So patience isn't easy, but it's worth trying at this time, you know. And really, again, if you can get through today by being cool, my Fonzies, and then you can get through tomorrow. The sun will be conjunct to Mercury tomorrow, and Venus is going to do a nice sextile here to Saturn. We're going to talk about that, where we're attracted to things that work, we're attracted to things that feel and look stable, and that actually look like they might help us, you know, manifest something that is ideal for us. That's going to be a really good vibe because Venus will be in Taurus and Saturn will be in Pisces, and it's sort of, you know, not a fully relaxed attitude, but definitely a lot of signals to relax and enjoy your creature comforts and just think on what it is that stability means for you, what structure and support mean to you, right? So get through today, especially really take your deep breaths. You know, we're still dealing with that Mars square to Neptune vibe from a couple of days ago too. You know, this is a really impatient time. It's a time where we might be getting ahead of ourselves. It's a time where we might be, you know, seeing what we imagine to be true as being actually true. We might be fooling ourselves, okay? Or we might be sending mixed signals to other people. So there's a lot of frustration on board. There's a lot of, you know, potential for arguments, for fights, for people saying things that they don't mean, or people saying things that they do mean, but that are really unfriendly. Venus is walking out of Taurus here. Now Pluto is trying to get out of Aquarius here. So they're both at the final degree of their sign. And so Venus is really just gonna be like, see you later, you know, and in Aries might be prone to say something a little sharp tongue, a little fiery and sort of assertive, or, you know, just sort of speak their mind in a way that is not considerate or kind or gentle, right? So we just want to be careful. We want to think about our words. We want to think about how we're acting toward, how we're embracing our loved ones, the people that we like, love, and can't get enough of. And, you know, really just take it easy on yourself and others. And if that means withdrawing, it's okay to withdraw. If that means taking time just by yourself to be yourself, that's fine. You know, other people, no matter how much we love them or appreciate them or enjoy working with them, even other people can be a lot sometimes, right? And we have a lot of personal planets right now saying, we're struggling a little bit. It's a little intense over here. There's a little bit of a control challenge. There's a little bit of an assertiveness vibe that's uncomfortable. It makes me want to say and do things that I wouldn't normally say or do because I'm not that kind of person, right? So, you know, we all have the potential to be that kind of person. And what you want to do is just really, you know, be mindful of the way you're treating your friends and loved ones. Be mindful of the way you're treating yourself, okay? We can get through this. We'll get through this together. Remember, 4:30 tomorrow afternoon is the time, Central Standard Time, when things start to mellow out because Venus moves on into Taurus. So all of our actions for attracting what it is that we want, you know, they become a lot more comfortable and a lot more based in a sense of security. And after that, you know, get through Thursday. Friday will be a little less intense than Thursday, and by Saturday we will be smooth sailing, but we'll be smooth sailing through a lot of changes and transitions. Okay, all right, I think that's what I've got to say about it today, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all back here soon for more Astrology Today.